it is Friday the 12th of October, so it's Vlogtober day 12 and it's World Egg Day. So to celebrate this day I'm going to make a pudding that contains eggs and I will also be uploading my weighing video later on today, but I wanted to show you on how to make this pudding. The pudding that I'm going to be making is called Queen of Puddings. It is a traditional British recipe. I remember having it as a kid. I think my grandma used to make it. And I think my mum has made it a couple of times before, like when I was younger. But I haven't had it for years. And basically it's like a sponge cake pudding recipe with jam in there, and then you top it with egg whites, which are usually either just sweetened with sugar and that, which is exactly what I'm going to do with mine today. But I've done a sort of Slimming World twist on it. I've kind of had a play around, and I have seen this recipe as well elsewhere over on Instagram, and it was up probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago now. I saw this recipe. I don't know the person. I cannot for the life of me remember who it is, but it's now on YouTube, otherwise I would tag them. I will have a think, and if I do remember I will tag their Instagram link below, but I just cannot remember who it is. I'm trying to go through everyone to see so that I can sort of basically tag them, but I have made a twist of the recipe because I did write it down at the time. But I'll show you what you need first of all, but it's a really yummy recipe. So what I would say is, if you're going to make this, first of all put your oven on now at 190 degrees. I'm also going to have a little play around with the recipe. I have had a little play around with the recipe just to kind of, because I haven't got some of the bits, but I'll explain that as I go. So got my apron on today, and let's get baking. So to make the base you're going to need 40 grams of porridge oats, which is your healthy extra B. I've actually used mine I've got a special adapter for my NutriBullet which whizzes up oats and nuts to make them finer. So now I've got more of a flour consistency. So I'm using 40 grams, which I had measured out previously. So that's my healthy extra B. I've also got 1 egg. You will need another egg, but that will be for later. This is just to make the base. Some vanilla essence or flavouring, which is free, but I'm going to probably use a little bit of the stevia drops, which will sweeten and give that vanilla taste, and a little bit of sweetener as well. I've got the stevia one, which is, again, is free. And 2 tablespoons of Greek style yogurt. You could make this with quark if you wanted to do an SP day, but I'm just going to have a normal day-to-day extra easy, so I'll be using the Greek style fat-free yogurt, which is free. So what I've done is I've added the egg, the Greek style fat-free yogurt, the vanilla essence and the sweetener together along with the oats, and I just mixed it round as though you were making your oat bakes. And I'm going to pop that into a cake dish. Now I'm going to use this pie dish here. I'm going to spray it with Fry Light and put it in, put the mixture in there. I'm hoping this will fit, so because I haven't made this before. So this is fitting this little dish quite perfect actually. So I'm going to pop this in the oven on 190 degrees for about 20 minutes, just until it's sort of firm and a bit springy, like a cake basically, and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. So whilst your cake is cooling slightly, I'm going to make the egg whites, and what you'll need is 1 egg, which you'll need the egg white from, and also I've used a level tablespoon of sugar, which is 3 sins, and a level tablespoon of sweetener. Now this is the experiment bit, because I've never made them using sugar and sweetener, and I think I need a lot more sweetener, sorry, a lot more sugar, but I'm going to give it a go, and we'll find out together what it's going to look like. But yes, first of all I'm going to separate the egg white and pop the egg white in here. So I've separated the egg white, and I'm just going to whisk it now until it basically forms like soft peaks, so you've got that like meringue like look before it's ready to go in the oven, but then I will add the sugar afterwards, just gradually. But first of all I just need to whisk this up first. So this is the consistency that you want. I'd like to say that I did this all myself, but I didn't. Halfway through I did get my Kenwood whisk out, and because I needed a bit of help, it was taking ages. So then gradually you're you're just going to put the sugar in there gradually, I presume gradually, because that's how you normally do it. But I'm going to use the whisk again. Yeah, so I've got, because you don't want to overwork it. I'm not very good with, you don't want to overwork it. I'm not very good with them. Right, so there you go. I used the whisk in the end. But it seems to be okay. So that's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm not going to touch it because I think you can overwork meringue if I remember from school. And then I'll show you what you need to do next. So this has been out of the oven now for about 10 minutes and it's got that kind of spongy cake mixture. It's still a bit spongy. It's still warm at the moment, which is fine, but it's not hot. So what I'm going to do is take my jam, and I'm going to be using raspberry jam. I'm going to use, I think you can use like a tablespoon, which is 2 sins, but I'm going to try and keep my sins low and just use 2 teaspoons, and that's 2 level teaspoons. So I'm going to pop that on there and then spread it out. So that's 2 level teaspoons on there. I'm just going to spread it round. Make sure I've got it all on there. And I'm now going to put the egg white mixture that I made. So here is the egg white mixture. As you can see, it's still got loads of peaks in. I'm just going to lay it on there gently. You could double this up and you could easily have this as a dessert for the family. This would easily serve 2 as well, so that would keep your sins even lower, and then maybe serve it with some fruit or something on the side, maybe some raspberries. I think strawberry jam is really nice with it. I think I remember my nan always used to use strawberry jam. So there you have it. I'm going to pop this in the oven now for about 15 minutes, just until it starts to go golden, and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. So here it is. I've had it in the oven for about 12 minutes. I just kept an eye on it because I didn't want it to burn, but as you can see, it's just gone that golden colour and it's all nice and firm and crispy. So I'm just going to go into it. I'm going to use this I'm going to have to put the phone down, hang on. So here it is. As you can see, I've got the sponge base in the middle using the oats, which is a healthy extra B. I've got 1 sin's worth of the raspberry jam using 2 level teaspoons, and the egg white on the top, which has got a nice sweetened crispy golden meringue on the top, which is 3 sins in total for the whole lot. You could easily have this dish as served for 2 and maybe sin it a bit more for custard, and that would work out 2 sins each plus the custard as well. So really nice dessert. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let us know if you do decide to make it and how you got on with it, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care. Bye.